lovely Sarah Todd is in the Everyday Gourmet Kitchen and we're going to be cooking one of your favourite dishes. I'm interested in this because I adore Indian food and that's your passion, isn't it?
I have a huge passion for Indian cuisine and I actually remember this dish distinctly from Karim's, which is in Old Delhi, and it's one of the most traditional and authentic biryanis you can ever eat.
Yep.
So I wanted to do a little bit of a spin on that one, and today I'm going to be cooking a chicken quinoa biryani. While I'm toasting the spices, if you can just mince up the ginger and garlic.
Sure can.
So the pan's heating up. I'm going to place in a tablespoon of cumin, 3 star anise. So I've got green cardamom pods and coriander. So a tablespoon of coriander, a teaspoon of black peppercorns.
Lots of spice.
Lots of spice. But it's not going to be too hot.
No, not at all.
So 2 tablespoons of sweet paprika, a little bit of chilli.
Yep.
So I've just got half a teaspoon there. If you can handle a little bit more chilli, then go for it.
Yep.
And turmeric.
Oh, we're done.
And so that's just toasting off in there.
If you just started to grind all of those spices, they will taste nice, but they won't be amazing because this really brings out each individual flavour.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You need to start the process with the spices and just awaken them a little bit. So the spices are ready. You can smell the aroma there, and straight in.
Okay.
The bay leaves are a little bit hard to grind up, so I'm just going to put them in into the bowl straight away. So that's the marinade. So thanks for the garlic and ginger, that's all in. And crush up your spices. So if you want to slice up the onions, we'll get them sweating in the pan as well, so that'll release a little bit of sweetness. I'll pop a little bit of ghee into the pan. I love cooking with ghee.
Yeah.
Ghee is, essentially it's clarified butter, so all the milk solids have been removed from butter.
Yep.
So I'll place all that in there now.
That is really heavy. What Professor, I'll help you out. There we go.
And if you can place in the yoghurt as well.
Okay. So just some Greek yoghurt here, or natural yogurt.
Natural yogurt is fine. A little bit of the nutmeg. Not too much, it can be overpowering.
Yep. And I'll just give that a stir and combine it.
Yeah. So now if you can place in the coriander and mint, if you just want to roughly chop that.
I can.
And add that through.
Okay.
And the chilli as well. So the onions are nearly there. So I have to say, I do love my chillies though.
Do you? You can handle it?
I did go through a little phase of eating raw chillies on the side with my dinner.
I'm a little bit of a wuss when it comes to chilli, but I'm learning. I'm learning to like it. I'm learning to love chillies a little bit more.
Yeah. And I'll place the onions in too now.
And then the chicken goes in?
Yes.
And Sarah, how long are we marinating this chicken for?
Personally, I like to marinate the chicken overnight.
Yeah.
But if you like, you can do it in the morning of, or a couple hours before is fine. But I've actually brought in one that I've marinated the night before. So
oh, you're good. I'll go get it.
It just allows for the flavours to really marinate through the chicken.
And here it is.
Yes.
It's looking good.
Looking very good. So back on the heat, I'm going to place my pan and add a little bit of your ghee. Let that melt. So we'll place the chicken in all the way around in one flat layer.
Okay.
So get all of that marinade into the pan. So that'll sear off and we will flip it over.
So Sarah, how long are we cooking this chicken for?
The chicken takes 45 minutes or until it's falling off the bone.
Beautiful.
Justine, the chicken is ready.
Yes.
It's
heaven.
smells nice. So now we just need to shred the chicken off the bones, discard the bones, and all the lovely juices in the bottom is what we want to use to toss through our quinoa. So we want to keep all that and not waste any of that. So let's just go for it in the pan, I think.
And it does just come away really easily.
Yeah.
It's actually a really good tip that you're giving. Do it in the pan here. You don't want to waste any of that yogurty sauce that we've got there.
Yeah, and that's where all the flavour is.
Done.
I'll grab the quinoa.
Okay.
So if you want to chop the lemon for me.
I can.
Thank you. So make sure when you cook the quinoa that it still has its texture because it'll really, you know, squash if you don't.
You're wanting this just for a garnish, but is it also going into the...
We'll squeeze a little bit on the top. And then if you want to add to the plate as well, that'd be great.
Oh, looks good.
Add a little bit of sea salt.
Yeah, we haven't seasoned that yet. Does your son eat this?
This is one of his favourite dishes, absolutely.
There you go. If Sarah's child is eating it, your kids can too.
Yeah, he loves it, honestly. It's just such an easy dish for them, and he loves the nuttiness of the quinoa as well.
Yeah.
That's ready. Thank you, and we'll place it onto the plate.
And just fresh herbs, leave them to the last minute.
Yeah, exactly. Add your fresh herbs right at the end. Keep them nice and green and vibrant.
Lucky it's lunchtime.
Yeah.
Let's have a taste. You did well.
Thank you.
All that quinoa is sticking to the chicken, and that's what I like about it, sticking to the spices, and you can taste every morsel. You can't stop at one, you've just got to keep going because it's really nice. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.